Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I caught you within 30 seconds of you going live. That was so crazy because I was listening to this funk music and it made me think of the music you had playing yesterday at the beginning of your stream that I had to comment when I went back that's a really good funk song. It's Eyes Closed. And I was
Yeah.
just thinking about that song. I was like, that's such a good song. And I don't know, I randomly thought about how you played it yesterday. And I go look at my notifications because I commented on this guy named Sovereign Mind Soul Unchained or something. I wanted to get in touch with him, so I was like looking for his comments, and I was also gonna check my like comments in general so I could get back to people that have like commented on my videos. So I was basically checking my notifications, and the first thing I saw was 31 seconds ago that you went live saying something about YouTube and StreamYards. And so, oh fuck, like I was just thinking about the music that you were playing yesterday on the stream, and then all of a sudden you start up another stream. Like it was, the timing was impeccable, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. That shit is such bullshit. That happened with Charles. We weren't even streamed to YouTube, and they gave him a strike. Uh, you know, why are you in bed with the StreamYard, YouTube? You know, why can't you let us have our privacy?
Right,
What's up,
right.
DJ
Because
EMO? What's up, my bro? How
oh,
you
let's
doing, man?
go. Salutes.
Salutes, Grand Rising, everybody, except for YouTube. Fuck you.
It's really crazy because I heard that at one point before it happened last night, and I wasn't sure if it was true or not. But last night just went ahead and confirmed it. I couldn't think how that could be the case at first before it happened last night because um it's not being streamed anywhere. So I don't understand how. I guess I guess in the fine print, they're like, StreamYards is a service that's linked directly with YouTube. I guess, like in part why so many YouTubers use it, but
Yeah,
that doesn't change the fact
that we
that,
weren't streaming anywhere.
yeah, and like, I mean, what's the max amount of people, depending on the subscription that you might pay? Do you know what the max amount of people
I
is you
think
can
I
have
get
in a,
I think I get 10 people
but
for
do you know like the higher tiers by chance? Like
yeah.
what's the most highest possible, depending if someone
I,
was paying more?
I think it's like up to 20 people. I think that's because I think that's what Sanchez has. Bro Sanchez.
Okay, well he uses Zoom
Oh, does he use Zoom?
a
Oh,
lot of the
okay.
time. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's crazy because if you could only have upwards of like 20 or something people on a panel based off the subscription, however many it is, it certainly isn't more than a couple dozen. And just the whole idea, man, that you would get in trouble when you're not like streaming it to anywhere, you're not showing the whole world, you're literally just hanging out with like friends online and watching something. It's just it's fucked up, bro. And
Maybe.
so like we definitely need to find something else for some of these private streamings, I guess.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna say Discord. Even
Yeah.
though Discord's getting ready to lay in bed with Google.
hmm it's the archetypal like fucking corporate monopoly. Everything becomes a subsidiary of a bigger corporation and company. If I'm using subsidiary in the correct form, I think I am. um uh it's it's like I said, it's the monopoly cartoon of like 1920s with it was like the big banks and big oil and big railroads or whatever the hell they were all
Right.
considered, and it was an octopus with its tentacles in every facet of the world and society. It's basically the same thing with like Amazon and Google, and then I know there's like other examples, but I think those are like the two most prime in our face examples of what's going on with this shit. And it's the definition of the beast system. Um, it's not an exaggeration when I point out that I saw some type of a amalgamation of these things we're talking about with big corporations, big government being in bed together. I saw like symbolic representations and displays of those things, big government and big corporations and the whole beast system with the prison system, the military industrial complex, the medical system, all these corrupt institutions, the religious institutions. I was seeing this displayed to me on these DMT trips. And that's
Yeah.
something that I almost forgot. And it's something I've been realizing over the past couple days as I've been meditating and digesting these trips still, that within the first couple days after initially, you can totally skip over parts of the DMT experience because it's almost like so jarring for your consciousness and your mind that it's like a dream. It's hard to retain all of it immediately after the fact, but if you spend some time meditating on it and thinking about it and like reliving that experience in your mind chronologically, it is possible that you can recover things that you almost would have forgotten about. Like when I was talking with you and Charles the other day,
Yeah.
I brought up the whole Medusa
Mm.
type, like serpentine ladies gossiping in the dark and then like looking over at me and like with really weird different colored trippy ass designs, like some South American type tapestry or something. But like I'm not even gonna try to go into the depth of explaining that right now, but basically the point is you helped me remember, you and Charles, the way we were talking about something, that stream helped it like primed my mind and helped me remember an experience that I had totally skipped over initially when telling people as much as I could remember. And so
Mm.
that's another thing, man. Like it was like a skull with bat wings
Dude,
behind the skull.
check this out.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, let's see it, dude. And it was like floating. It was floating in my living room, and it was near the ceiling, and it was above this big 3D red cubic grid, that the red laser, red voltage grid that I was talking about. I saw this like skull with some type of dragon or bat wings behind
So
it,
here,
and
so here,
yeah, yeah.
this picture grabbed my attention this morning. This ring, I would consider wings, bro. This ring here, because ring is
Ooh.
wing. Ring is wing. It's just one different.
Oh shit.
So Saturn has wings. Saturn has rings. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's good,
Thank you,
dude.
bro.
That's crazy how like we kicked that off in that manner, because and this is what I like about builds and certain people, especially like you, interacting with all these authentic bright minds, is that something can translate over into something else that the initial person might not have thought of, and then the other person or people in the conversation, they're just kind of like I was saying, but in a different manner, their minds get primed.
Hey, yo,
Uh,
check this out right here, bro.
yeah,
Look at the
dude, the whole ring
bat.
thing.
No,
I'm gonna
look at
write
the
that
bat
down.
on the
I don't
channel.
see. Oh, yeah. Hold up.
Look.
Is there a way we can get closer on that? I'm just putting the phone up to my. There we go.
Look at that bat. The bat wings.
Dude, and then it's on
Bat wings.
that's on in the picture is the skull above. That's kind of
Yeah.
trippy, dude. Were you just listening to this recently, or is this the
I
playlist?
just pulled it up on YouTube. Yeah,
Oh
I just
my-
pulled it up on YouTube and I looked for the picture that caught my fancy. How strange,
Whoa, that's crazy. And then also, I'm gonna remember what you said about rings and wings because rings is
Are
a
you
big
working out, bro?
prevalent. I'm I'm bugging out. I mean, I'm breaking up. Can you hear me? Mic check.
Hey, you're working out, bro. Is it me? It might be me.
Mic check.
Yo. Mic check. Mic check.
Mike, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Let me. Oh, okay, now you're good.
Now, yeah, I hear you breaking up now. If you can hear me, I heard you breaking up as well.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Am I breaking up now? All right.
No, I hear you now. Mic check.
Okay, cool. Mic check. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I hear you fine. Can you
Hey,
hear me?
Sunkist, Kimba. Hell yeah, I'm you good, man. Loud and clear.
Okay, cool. What'd you
Shout out
say?
to
Something about
shout out to
Sunkist?
Kimba. Shout out to Sunkist. Kimba says
Nice.
we can hear both of us. Hell
Yeah, it seems like I think we're coming in fine now. I hear you fine.
Cool. Sorry. Yeah, you got the floor now.
Hey, sun kissed with the sun emoji. Let's go.
Yeah.
She is a very gorgeous woman from what I've
Yes.
seen.
Yes, she is.
In the thumbnails. Yeah, so much respect. So, that's trippy as fuck, man. That there was the bat symbol, and then the skull, in like the same setting, and the fact that I just brought up what I brought up. That's a big synchronicity, man. And like that seems to just be another synchronicity downstream from how I hopped on your stream so quick, and I was having thoughts about the music from yesterday's stream, and the next thing I know, here you are starting up another stream. Like, it, it's no coincidence the timing on that shit, dude. And I don't know. Ever since I woke up today, bro, I've been feeling some inspiration. I was at my buddy's last night, and we were messing with AI generated art, and like I have a certain problem with it just because I want to appreciate real authentic artists that put a lot of skill and effort into things, making by hand, like Alex Gray, these drawers and these painters that depict the psychedelic experience. I don't think
Yeah.
AI will ever be able to touch their art. I don't care how creative or what AI has to pull from with its algorithms and its lexicon of information, its compendium of references. Like, some
Hey,
art just
prop
can't be
fit.
replicated.
Dude, that's what's up. Got prop fit in the building. Hell yeah.
Hey, hey,
Let's
man,
go.
I'm gonna have to get a
Fuck
piece
yeah.
from him at some point. I love what he does, and what he does
Dude,
with
his
like
pieces.
clothing and, like, for lack of better words, fashion. I really get into that type of like ninja samurai, like fashion type garments. Like, it's super cool what he's versed in. Um, but yo, I just wanted to say real quick that AI generated art, man, it's a trip. I'm always gonna appreciate real artists, human
I
artists.
played around with it.
There's some cool stuff with it, is
I've
what I was gonna
definitely
say.
played around with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
exactly, bro. There's some stuff to be done with it. I might leave and come back in. I think there's a delay between us.
okay. Shout out to the chat, man. Everybody, thank you for coming through. Yeah, DJ Emo. I knew that. Yo, I don't know if anybody heard what happened last night. Me and Charles made a private stream from StreamYard, and Charles got a fucking strike because we were watching a movie, but we weren't streaming it anywhere. It was literally a private stream, and yeah, it's fucked up. Hey, what's up, Cristo? You good?
Yeah. So just if you look at my YouTube real quick, I changed my thumbnail and I released on the community page. I made a post on YouTube of this AI generated art that I made with the help of my friend's fiance last night. Uh,
Okay.
and what I like is you can be super descriptive and you can get some really interesting things. Like it really does depend on like a certain extent your creativity and your imagination and the words you know and how you can like basically string words together and like depict a scene through words and then let AI do the rest. I put in solar lion god, and honestly I got exactly what I wanted, bro. It's some fucking badass stuff, dude. And I was doing a lot of DMT. Uh, I was doing a lot of DMT searches. I did like I said something like DMT powered crystalline uh uh crystalline powered DMT holy templars wielding energetic great swords from the worlds above, fighting demonic jester priests with their sorcerer staffs. I put in like a whole
It's this one,
sentence
right?
like that, and it's a
Yeah.
community post, so it's not video. Yeah, yeah, it's my new thumbnail. You can see on the community. Yup.
Fuck, bro. Oh my god, dude, that's so badass.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm like, here I go. This is the perfect representation of what I want
Yo,
my energy to be
check out the
about in
ring.
this channel.
Check out the ring.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Whoa, man, that is dope. That's
Dude,
cool, man.
right?
I can't lie.
That's
You got
what
more
I'm
pictures
saying,
in
man.
there?
I was disliking a lot of the AI art that was getting generated, but as I like tried to curtail more, oh, those are just songs. Those are just songs that I posted for people to check
Oh,
out. But
yep,
dude,
everybody go
Jay,
check these songs out.
I'll send you some more of these AI generated art pictures that we worked on last night because there's some other really cool things that were made as well.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I played around with it. I never got anything that badass. Fuck, dude, that was sick.
Dude, if you get some, thank you. I really appreciate that, even though it was like the AI, because I did like curtail and tailor, the right words, to get what I wanted. Like you definitely have to have like a good vocabulary, it seems, and like the
Yeah.
more words you put in, the more descriptive you are, the better. Dude, Jay, I actually have another one that if you want to screen share it with everyone else that's watching on the stream, I'm gonna make a community post here. So like a minute from now, if you look at my
Okay.
community again, you're gonna see what we put in. An idea I had was lunar and solar yin yang samurai. And dude, it was like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted again. Like I got a couple that were just as badass as that lion god, solar lion god. So I'm gonna make another post real quick if you hang tight.
Yeah.
But I heard you speaking, telling everyone what happened with Charles last night. Everyone that's in the chat, and peace to everyone. It seems like a whole bunch of people hopped in here pretty quickly, so that's great to see.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's badass, dude.
Right, dude. Like I like that it was like he's like upright, like he's standing on his legs type thing, like he's
Mm-hmm.
humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what I was looking for. And I like that almost like Iron Man looking like sigil, like jewel
Right here,
glowing whatever on
dude.
his chest, the breastplate. Yeah. Okay.
These fucking horns coming off too. I fucking love, bro.
Right.
I don't know if those are
Right.
horns or dreads. They look like horns to me. And here's like his
Yeah,
third eye right here.
I think there's supposed to be something like that. Whoa.
Dude, that's fucking wicked, bro. You see the eyeball? Literally, it's an eye on his fucking third eye.
Wait, really? Hold on, let me
Swear
look.
to God. Check this out.
Oh yeah, dude, it's doesn't it like kind of Egyptian vibes too?
Mm-hmm.
Like some type of headpiece. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
wow. Dude, okay, that's fucking tough. Yeah, it looks like it almost looks like it has that snake like that the pharaohs would have coming out like the top of their head. I know it's not that, but I like those beads. It looks like he has armor, and then he looks like he has like those like Hindu like Eastern like large beads
Mm.
that like I've seen Prophet Levi wearing, similar to that. And then just the glow behind the lion's mane up there is really tough too, with that like halo and that ring like you were pointing out. 100%, bro. Yeah, and the glowing eyes, the like gold glowing eyes. Dude, I think Solar really made the difference here instead of just putting Lion God because like man, it's just like it's
Yeah,
exactly what I
because
wanted. It's
it's got
exactly
the
what I
it's got
wanted.
it's like, this is like the halo. This is like so the ring is like the halo, is like the wings, is like is like the consciousness that's within the wings.
Yeah.
Because when you got wings, you can fly above all, right? You
Mhm.
when you got knowledge and consciousness, you can rise above, and with your rings or your wings, you can get to higher depths or to higher levels. Get to higher depths.
You know.
That's so
Shit,
fitting
my
for you, Christos.
dude, I appreciate that, and that was a really good breakdown. I like how you said depths like by accident, but when you think about it, that makes sense. When you can break that
Yeah.
continuum, and like transcend that continuum, that's ascending to the depths actually makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it is perfect, bro. Especially the whole name that I've taken on, Christos de Leopolis, because it means the Christ or the chosen, the Christos of the city of lions. Leopolis is city of
Oh,
lions. So like,
yeah.
I'm really trying to manifest that energy 100%. And also, Sunkissed asked if I'm a Leo. I'm an Aquarius, and I just put that in the YouTube chat there for a second. But I, in my natal chart, I don't have like any Leo energy going on for real. To be completely honest, so it's not like even like a dominant like sign or energy in my natal chart. But the thing is, we are connected to all 12 signs, even if some of those things aren't prominent per se in our natal chart. We as the avatar, as like the conscious human being or light body, not a person, not we're I don't know, we're not human beings, we're not persons, we're we're
We're
we're
all in the
we're
same circle of animals,
spirit,
right?
the spirit of man.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
the same
but not to.
in the same circle, in the same little circle of animals, the same zodiac.
Yeah,
Zodiac is everyone.
thank you.
Zodiac is divine.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Thank you. That you kind of, I got hung up on the whole human being Black's Law dictionary stuff for a second, but you know what I'm saying. So exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have. It's interesting that Sunkist brings up Leo because not only is like Leo and Leopolis, and Leo has that association with the lion, and
Mm-hmm.
like just felines in general. I'm really into like tigers and pumas and cats and like the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet and Bastet or whatever the other one's name is. I know I
Yeah.
mispronounced that, but anyway, yeah, I really like that it was brought up by Sunkist about the Leo thing because at one point years ago, when I was going through a big psychedelic phase and I had just started working these 2 new jobs, I actually took on the name of Leo. Um, I took on the name of Leo when I would be going downtown into downtown St. Louis. I would go out to like hipster bars. And I was meeting all different types of people and like collaborating with other artists and just meeting a lot of cool people in general. But I was like breaking away from a former version of myself. And I felt that if I took on a new name with new people that I was meeting in a new area that I was going, that it would help create like a new identity for me and would help, let me release the past versions of myself, and I could embrace this like newer form of me, which everyone would call me Leo, and it seems so fitting. And with my like dirty blonde kind of curly hair that I have, I would always used to consider it like a lion's mane. And my
Mm.
favorite color is yellow. And just all these things that kind of add up with different themes and different interests to the self and what we gravitate towards. There's something really aesthetic about it all. I find yellow aesthetic. I find lions and tigers aesthetic. The sun, gold. These are all very powerful, transcendental, like elements and colors. The gold and the yellow, like the sun. It goes in so many different directions, but yeah, basically I'm all about that Leo energy. And I am an Aquarius, and that's funny because Leo actually goes very well with Aquarius. There's a synergy between those 2 signs, and I'm sure some people in the chat know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take a look here in a second. I'm doing DoorDash, but I see Sunkiss is saying some other
Sunkist,
things, so I definitely want to
Sunkist is
reciprocate what they're saying.
Sunkist says Leo is ruled by the sun.
Exactly.
What a badass picture, dude.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that you're like taking some time to appreciate it because it is very interesting and I think it is very fitting for the vibe I'm trying to embody. There's some more that I just posted on my community page. If you
Okay.
want to take a look at some of these, there's a few other ones I'll send you on your phone, but just here's a couple more examples of some cool things that we came up with last night. It looks like Jay dropped off here. I'm over here waiting to pick up an order, but I'll just go ahead and talk to you guys while I can, while he's gone. Hey, peace to you, Divine Rising. I like how you changed your name. That's a cool name. I like that, Divine Rising. It's like cooler sounding than Grand Rising. Uh, and then Peace to you, Sunkissed, as well. I saw we had Malibu, Anna K. Who else? DJ EMO. And of course, Prophet Levi. Awesome dude. Thank you. Alright, people. I'm gonna hold it down. Hold it down while Jay comes back here. He's gonna throw some more pictures on the screen, on the screen share. Hopefully you find them just as interesting as I do. So the pinned comment is hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving. Popping up because there's an emoji that she put. Because I'm confused as hell. Is that the pink nails waving? That must be. I can't see it right here. Hold up. Pink hands waving. Oh, what the? Hurricane salute. Hurricane, I swear, were you on Ian's stream the other night, or was that someone else? I thought that was you. And you had like a wolf picture. That might have been someone else, actually. I thought that was you, Hurricane. Hurricane, were you on We Are Awake TV a couple nights ago? Maybe with a different username? Yeah, Sunkissed, I appreciate your input on what we're talking about here with Leo and Aquarius, and the connection with the sun. There's historical figures called, it would be their name, blank the Lionheart. You think about like a lion, heart of a tiger, heart of a lion, courage of these apex predators. The cowardly lion and Wizard of Oz, and finding his heart and finding his bravery. There's so many different connections to be made, which is what is so fun and always so beautiful, is piecing together these things, seeing how different signs relate to each other, and understanding the interconnectedness of a lot of these different symbols, a lot of these different ideas. Oh man, Jesus Christ, I got bust ass here. My bad, people. Hearing my engine like I'm a damn race car driver right now or some shit. But yeah, there's always so many connections to be made, from astrology to different mythologies, the hidden sciences, the esoteric sciences, understanding what magic is, understanding what metaphysics is, sacred geometry, cymatics, understanding how deep it goes with the fabric of this reality, with sound. Everything is sound, which generates into light, and that light generates into dense matter. This is the knowledge right here, people, and we stay building on it. I don't know where Jay Phillips is, but I'm going to just keep going. But yeah, some people call it syncretism. Some people call it magic. Some people call it the occult.
Don't even
God,
let you know.
spirituality. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Thank God you're back.
So I wanted to bring back to this one, man. How samurai it is. It's like this guy's a heavenly samurai.
Dude, if when you screen share, if you could, when I showed you the samurai ones, there's one in the bottom right. The one in the bottom right is probably the coolest one, I would say.
Okay,
but any of the other ones, yeah, feel free to show whatever.
Man, dude, those are some really cool pictures, bro.
Yeah, I really tried to like input my imagination and like use like really like in-depth like fantasy based words.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, super samurai. You got the blood moon in the back. Almost looks like there's like a
Yeah.
knife or a sword sticking out of this one's head.
That's on her shoulder or her back.
Oh, okay. It's coming off of her back. I see.
Yeah. Like it's like tied to her back, strapped to her back. I like the
I
one on
see.
the left almost looks like a like the armor almost reminds me of like a Roman soldier.
It's very samurai to me, man. Very, very samurai.
Yeah, because what I
This
put
one,
in was I put in solar lunar yin yang samurai is what I put in, and this is what it gave me. Right?
yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. All right, you guys, I think they already see one. I love it.
What'd you say, Jay?
This one, I love it.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Very like structures here. It's the emerald color. Emerald representative of duality. For one, let's go here first.
What did I miss it, or did you see any of those other ones? Oh man, my man Jay Phillips dropped off again. Damn. Yeah. Okay, cool. It was like a wolf warrior or something I saw you had as like your username. It was badass. Yeah, he said, "Yep, that was me." Okay, wonderful. Word. The occult is my jam. Hell yeah. The occult is my jam, and I am the peanut butter. Let's get it. I attribute that to my Scorpio placement. Yeah, isn't I'll be honest, I'm not extremely well versed in astrology, but I know like I know a lot about astrology, but it's like really random what I do know. Um, yeah, Scorpio is my moon sign. I'm a Libra ascendant. I'm a moon Scorpio or Scorpio moon, and then Aquarius sun sign. I'm tripping. What is going on, Jay? I see you screen sharing, but I don't see you like here in the stream with me. I can't hear you, so I'll just ride with it. You were talking about Emerald something, but you were breaking up right before you disappeared off the stream there for a moment.
See, I'm a retard sometimes, man.
Did you by chance? Did you show any of those other pictures that were
I did.
in that post?
I did. This one I really
what?
like. This next one.
Yeah. That sun
This
lady.
one.
I've
Yeah,
seen that
man.
before. I swear I've seen that before on like some type of trip, something very similar to that. I love that one. I forgot what we put in, but I really loved that one. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you showing that for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm looking something up. So emerald. The root word is smaragdus for emerald.
Yeah, Sunkissed said Ronin. That's a good word for it. 47 Ronin Sunkissed. And there's a reason it's 47. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Jay, about the emerald?
No, no. I was just going through the Greek word for emerald is smaragdos or smaragdus.
That's interesting sounding.
Let's see here. I was actually on this like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Dude.
Oops.
Wow. Jay, I almost did more DMT last night. I'm glad I didn't. Well, I shouldn't say I'm glad I didn't, but I feel like I'm still trying to digest and remember my other trips, and if I smoke it again, I feel like it's just gonna make it even harder to remember earlier this week my other experiences. So I'm trying to solidify those before I, make any type of leap back in. But I got a bunch of homegrown last night, like I was telling you about. I
Yeah.
got Appalicious and Flapjacks, and oh my God, dude! Like just one bowl of these strains is so amazing. It's knocked my socks off. This is like some of the most amazing bud I've had in a while. So I'm probably gonna
I
take the
love
remaining
homegrown, bro.
mushrooms. Yeah, homegrown is better, man. I'm gonna take the rest of my mushrooms probably tonight or tomorrow and get a couple of joints rolled up. And then shit, maybe I'll be on a certain wavelength where I'll be like, if I don't smoke DMT right now on top of all this, I'm tripping. That maybe that's gonna be the ingredients that I need for my next alchemical synthesis. Dude, emerald is a
Mm.
very interesting color, bro. It's a trippy color, or not even color, but just like uh, jewel.
Hmm. See, so this is what I'm seeing here. This right here is what I'm seeing here. Like her
Oh
face is a
yeah.
jewel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can see like what looks like a Merkaba on her third eye almost.
Oh, dude, I was likening this to a marijuana leaf.
Not. Oh, whoa. And like this looks like if we change the colors and some of the texture, it looks like
Hmm.
we could make her into like a ganja goddess.
Oh yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed. Ganja sun
Mm.
goddess, because we're all fractals of the sun, right? We all get our energy from the sun. Oh man, yeah, I really like this, Christos. This is good, man. I like this next
Dude.
one, dude. You guys be prepared. I don't know if y'all have seen this yet. Boom! Oh, dude, I fucking love it, bro. See,
Right.
uh, I am definitely I like the jester. I think it's the righteous indignation, the spirit of righteous indignation. That
Well
spirit
put.
of righteous anger. I mean, because
Ooh, yeah.
you can tell he's angry, but he's also, hey, buddy, I'm about to get your ass, motherfucker. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good way to look at it. That's on point for sure. I've definitely felt the same way about that jester energy, man. There's something very cunning, and it can appear sinister. It can appear sinister to other people, but it's and it can be that like maybe on a DMT trip you can encounter demonic jesters and stuff, but like ultimately, yeah, that's the perfect wording for it. Righteous indignation, dude. Because ultimately they reflect reality back to us and they show us the underbelly of mankind, and they could make fun of the king. They're like the archetypal spiritual comedian. They have the ability and the position with the energy that they embody to point out truth through allegory and through humor. And they can really communicate very deep, powerful truth that everyone resonates with through a palatable means. I think the whole point of the jester was like to make things that need to be acknowledged palatable, maybe hard pills to swallow or ugly truths. Showing that the king has no clothes for real.
The emperor with no clothes, huh? Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I like how
Does
there's
it
like little like jester guys up on the top of their heads.
Yeah, the gestures of the jester.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's just like you see some of those cards. They have the jester, and he's holding up a stick, or a scepter that has a jester head on it, almost like a puppet. It would be a jester holding a stick with a jester head on it, and there you go with the fractal symbolism.
Yeah, man.
And that's why we can always keep tying the gestures back into like DMT and talking about the hyperspace gestures. Um, uh, yeah, man. This shit is so deep. There's a lot of encoded information and value within these different archetypes and symbols and art.
These weird worm features up here.
Dude, I didn't notice those the first time around. When I looked at it this morning, I was like, "Oh wow!" Like, I think that's because when I did this one, I put DMT, uh, uh, DMT Jester something. I put in more words than that, but I like it. Looks like, bro, it looks like castles almost on the top point, the top middle
Oh
point
yeah,
of the guy
yeah,
in the
right here.
middle. It almost, yeah, it gives me like kind of magic castle vibes.
Yeah, I definitely like that one, bro. If you wouldn't mind sending me that one, or maybe I can. Can I take it off of here?
I can, yeah, I can send that to you, or you
Oh,
can save it.
I can save it. I
Okay,
got you.
cool, wonderful,
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro. That's so cool.
definitely. Yeah, there were some other cool ones. Like one of the things I put was DMT Alien Pharaoh, and that had some pretty cool ones come up, man. Looked like some type of, I don't know. I can't even. Yeah. Okay, this one I really liked because it made me think of like something out of a video game I would play or like a card game. It looks like something from like a fantasy card game or like board game.
You know what I like about it is the purple. The purple to me shows
Mmm.
the true good guys. The true good guys are always purple.
Bro, Mace Windu. Mace Windu with his purple lightsaber.
Fucking A,
And
right?
and 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 this is really interesting that you say that because what I put for it to create this was um this is not exactly, but this is pretty close to what I put. I put uh DMT crystalline powered angelic templars from the worlds above fighting demonic jester priests with their
Wow.
sorcerer staffs from hell or something like that. And like instead of making it like beings fighting each other like I was kind of trying to do initially, it's almost like it combined like the different themes and elements I was saying of the worlds above and the jesters from hell and then the Templars, like the Holy Templars. I said something about they had uh, energetic great swords, which you can kind of see, especially on the right. There's like a
Yeah.
floating sword by the guy that's on our right and their left. And then
Oh, this guy.
the weapons look really fucking badass. They look ethereal, you know? They look
Mhm.
like they spawn these weapons out of thin air, like they're like light weapons or like holographic or something. And I agree with you. The good guys are always purple, actually. And I brought up Mace Windu because if you look at Star Wars, if you've ever watched Star Wars, I was a big Star Wars guy when I was younger, and I still kind of appreciate it. Not as much with Disney now and all that shit. But the point is, Mace Windu was like the one guy that had the purple lightsaber, right? And Mace Windu
Yeah.
was a Jedi, but no one knows
Yep.
this unless they get really into the universe that he's technically a gray Jedi. He's not your typical Jedi of like the Jedi Temple and basically using the light side of the Force. The Gray Jedi could use the dark side of the Force without turning into Sith, and so they were called the Gray Jedi, just like a gray
Wizard.
wizard or
Oh,
gray magic, right? So this
Gandalf
is
the
like,
Grey, right?
yeah, and oh man, okay, put a bookmark there. I got something to say about Gandalf the Grey I discussed last night with my buddies. Um, but it's that theme of the gray magic, the gray Jedi. Um, the gray sorcerer, gray wizard, Gandalf the Grey, exactly, because that gray in between is honestly better than being a Jedi or being a Sith. Being that in between is way better because you can balance the light and the darkness, and you're not fighting for one or the other. So it's like the true good guys can almost look like they're bad guys, but ultimately they're fighting for what is right and was true and what is just. You know, the true good guys can look pretty scary and almost like they're bad guys, just like anti-heroes.
Yeah.
But you know, they're fighting righteously, and they ultimately are the quote unquote good guys because they hold the balance between the polarities rather than furthering that divide between them. They hold that center point. They hold the balance. The true balance of the Force is the gray Jedi. And so you brought up purple because purple is the synthesis of red and blue, red pill,
Yep.
blue pill, and this is why Thanos is purple. I gotta break this down in a video, bro. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say this before, but I realized this a while back during one of my journeys that Thanos is purple because he's not bad or good. In a way, he's actually he's keeping the universe in balance. That's why he got rid of all those people. As honestly as sinister as it is, like, and I'm not saying like he's a good guy, but you can kind of see that like that gray in between where it's like he almost actually is doing something for the greater good. And you know the way he was talking about balance, um it's the balance between the red and the blue, and that's why he's purple, because that's what he was created and manifested to be, is the balance holder. So there's no mistake that Thanos is purple, just like the purple pill. It's that balance in between the red and the blue. Um, so yeah, purple is a very, very powerful color. I don't know if you wanted to hop in here. I'll say something about Gandalf the Grey here in a second.
No,
But
you got the
dude,
floor, bro.
really
You
good
got the floor.
points. Okay,
I'm
cool.
letting you expand your consciousness on this,
I
bro.
I
You get it.
appreciate it. Oh, awesome, cool. Thank you. So, um, Gandalf the Grey, he turns into Gandalf the White later in the movies, and this happens after he dies and comes back basically from like the spirit world, and he's reborn. He turns into Gandalf the White after he fights the Balrog, which is this ancient demon. Where the scene where he says, "You shall not pass." When he says that, it's when he's fighting that demon. Hey, 1 second, I'm picking up DoorDash.
Right. Mandela effect. He never said that. Mandela
Dude,
effect.
that's
He
another whole
never
that's
said
a that's a
that.
whole nother can of worms right there. Yeah, you're right, Jay.
That's fucked up, ain't it? Because we all remember, you shall not pass.
Wait. No, that's
No,
not
no,
what
no, no. He
changed.
says,
It's what he said after.
it says, run, you fools. Right? Remember?
Yeah. Now he says fly you fools instead of run
Yeah.
you fools. And I remember seeing it was run you fools. It was definitely run. It was never, even though fly sounds fitting and I get that, I definitely know that at one point it was run. I have watched that movie multiple times since I was younger, and that is
I
definitely
seen it
something
in
that has changed.
I seen it in theaters with my grandma. That was the first movie I ever watched with my grandma was Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah, man. And I had actually check this out, dude. I had actually spilled my drink. I had a drink that I was drinking. I spilled it right after that part. Run, you fools! And I spilled my
Oh,
drink. And yeah, so yeah, that was a big memory that I had. You know, I know it said "Run, you fools." But yeah, back onto the Gandalf the White.
that's an important point to make, though, Jay. I like that you point that out because you have this connotation associated with that.
Let's see, let me check this out. We got anybody? Man, I know Charles is upset with that shit, dude. because that was his other channel, bro. Like, so he won't be able to go live for a couple weeks, I guess. But yeah, Gandalf the White, uh, it's still imbalanced,
But
right?
yeah. So what? Yeah, exactly, Jay. You have this connotation in your mind. It's like an anchor. It's part of the memory that like lends credence to like you remembering how it used to be because you had this whole situation happen around the same time that you saw that scene in the movie.
Yep.
So it
And
strengthens the memory of what you remember because you had this other event that happened particularly at the same time. And that's
yeah,
why people need to take that into account with Mandela effects and like it lends a lot of credence when you can have it's just like me saying Sex in the City. I remember being young and thinking to myself, oh, I was a little kid. Like they said a bad word on TV. They said Sex in the City, and I
yep,
remember specifically reading in. It was never and. It was always in. And so stuff like
yep,
that, having those memories that kind of like are connotative and work by proxy to the Mandela effect, and just to further cement the knowledge that there was a change. But yeah, Gandalf the Gray turns into Gandalf the White after he fights the Balrog because it's
Balrog. Yeah.
basically it's through the pressure, through the heat, he goes through the forge of the fire and he refines himself to make himself a more powerful wizard. And even though we were just saying the opposite earlier about like gray is more powerful than white or black, in a way, fitting for the movie, he turns into a white wizard, which is like in that world of Lord of the Rings is more powerful than a gray wizard. He
Well,
evolves
white
himself
white
and he
would be
strengthens himself.
purity, right? White
Yeah.
would be purity, and white could be equated to Jesus Christ. Uh,
Hmm.
Gandalf appears out of nowhere for what the fuck is his name? Elijah Wood. God damn it. Frodo magically appears for Frodo. Fuck, I don't know where
Hmm.
I'm going with this. I forgot what I was going.
Hey, well, can you hold it down for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and build with you. I need to call DoorDash support real quick because Taco Bell's on some bullshit, and I'm trying to
Okay.
get paid. So I'll be right back.
Taco Bell's always on some bullshit.
Yeah, for real.
Selling human meat and shit. Stop eating Taco Bell, people. Let's see. Let me check my chat. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'll be right back in a couple minutes.
All right, bro. Yo, put a one in the chat if y'all are having a good day. Shit, hell yeah. I'm having a good day. Bam. Bit of venom. Yeah, for real. All right. Yeah, I definitely like this. Let's see. So the Joker's Wild would represent being able to do or go wherever you want. because with the Joker's card, you can make a hand be a good hand, making a beneficial hand for the holder. So you got all these depictions of the Joker's Wild in Hollywood. Hey.
All right. So yeah, we were dropping some heavy stuff there right before I left.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think where I want to start now after all that.
So here, this is what I was explaining while you were gone.
Okay.
The Joker's Wild. You get the Joker's card, and it makes the holder's hand a beneficial hand for the holder. You know what I'm saying? You got all these depictions in Hollywood. The Joker's Wild. Well, the Joker can do whatever he wants. He can go wherever he wants.
Yep. He's like a shapeshifter, almost.
Yes.
Taking on the different masks.
Yes.
And also, he can get close to the king. You know, that's what I was like. The Joker is like, he's like on the level of peasants, but at the same time royalty. With the way he's dressed, it's like flamboyant and lavish and colorful, and like often, the whole court jester thing. But at the same time, he's also like regarded as like on the lower end of society in a paradoxical way. Like when you look at the Fool tarot card, he looks like he has a hobo stick, and he looks like he's just like a homeless person like wandering almost. But he also looks like he's dressed like royalty. So, but I didn't want to. Where were you going with the? You were going somewhere with it.
Just saying that the Joker can basically do whatever he wants. He's near the king. Same. Yeah. You got it.
And yeah, wearing the masks, all those different colors. When you look at the jester suit and how it's often like diamonds, like in cards, that diamond shape, it'll be like a bunch of those triangles or other types of basic shapes. This is very interesting because often on DMT you see a lot of those basic colors and shapes, or I mean not even basic. You see like complex forms of them, but you'll see like beings and buildings that are made up of like different colored, different shapes. And we see that a lot with the jester clothing or their makeup. They'll have like a square, they'll have like a circle and then a triangle under their eyes. Or they'll have different types of makeup with these different colors and these different shapes. And I think it's no mistake that the jesters dress how they dress, because the jester's attire actually is representative of fractals.
They're here.
Exactly.
So the Joker's Wild was actually a game show back in the 70s, 60s, I believe.
Really?
(1970) 1972 to 1991. And so the players would pick the cards, and they would either get a good card or a bad card, and, would either let them proceed or would shut them down. And so I think that's very fitting with the Joker's card, because the Joker's card can make any hand a better hand. Check. Am I still here? Oh, cool.
You hear me?
Yo, mic check.
Mic check. Yep. That. Yeah, that's what you're saying. It makes you have a better hand, right?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like the jester is almost like the genie or the djinn. It can like grant you. It's like it can like be a spirit that assists you. It gives you a better hand. It's like a spirit assisting you. Um, Bit of Venom was in the chat talking about the jesters seem like something you would see on DMT, and I
Yes.
agree. And Bit of Venom, I don't know if you were there for Ian's stream that night. You may have been. You probably were actually, but I've done a bunch of DMT recently, and it's completely shifted my paradigm. It wasn't the first time that I've done it, but it was the first time in a couple of years. And I've done plenty of psychedelics. But earlier this week, the couple of days I did DMT in a row, the things that I saw and the knowledge I received is like I just feel like I've completely upgraded as like a spiritual being and as the quote unquote human avatar. It seems that my whole paradigm has shifted, to be completely honest. And I'm here talking about these things with Jay now, and it seems just so smooth and it makes so much sense. It's like I've tapped into a different frequency or like bandwidth of myself, and it's like I've skipped over a learning curve. Like I'm able to start making sense of things, whether it's symbols and allegories or what have you, far easier now.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome though, for real. Okay, let's read Sunkiss comment here. And tarot, that card would represent the Fool card. Yeah, exactly what I was referencing earlier with his like hobo stick with the little bag and how he's on the cliff side near the sea or near the mountains, whatever it is. Yeah, taking a leap of faith right by the edge. Try new things, free thinker, risk taker, on the flip, being foolish, immature, not paying attention, silly. Yeah, exactly. And the Fool is one of the best cards. It's the zero card because it's the jester is one of the holiest things, just like you were saying, Jay. Uh, there's a reason we see these hyperspace jesters. Jesters are, yeah, they're a very spiritual thing in many ways, and it's a zero and it's a O. It's like a circle. It's the circle within the circle type vibe. If something is holy, you can almost think of it as actually having holes. So the circle is complete, but it's empty at the same time. It's that like paradox that is represented within the jester. He can wear all these different masks and be all these different people or beings, but because he's always wearing these other masks, he can never have his true own face and identity. So that's that like almost like kind of sad paradox. The sad story of the jester is he can act and be all these people, but because he's all these people with these different masks, he's never actually a true authentic version of himself in some ways. And so that's like kind of like a powerful lesson that's embodied within the jester. And that's why, just like there's the flip side, like she was saying, there's the negative. We need to be aware of each side of the coin, and synthesize it as we can, make it harmonious. But
It's
yeah,
in,
there's that emptiness and there's that fullness. He's so full of all these different energies that he can represent, but at the same time, it creates to create all of that, to create all these different energies and identities that he can take on. It takes an emptiness in the template.
yes.
So you could
Yes.
almost imagine like he has no face. He has all these masks, but he has no true face.
Ooh. Hey man, can you hold it down for just 1
Mm.
second? I gotta go take a.
Yeah, I'll hold it down for sure. All right, people. Apologize if you hear a little wind. Damn, it's almost 11. Fuck. I need to smoke some weed. I'll hold it down. I apologize if there's a bunch of wind. Putting gas in right now at Sam's Club.
I wanted to take it back to the zero. The zero would be like balance. Zero could also be construed as the feminine mother archetype.
Yeah, the
Uh,
portal, the yoni.
yeah, yeah. Because that's the gateway into the new reality or the new uh, realm that
Yeah,
one enters.
hence the
At
leap
birth.
of faith comment that she made.
Yes.
Because to enter that portal or take that bridge, it requires a certain leap of faith. You could even say that, like these DMT experiences require a leap of faith. Because what
What is Hurricane saying here? Am I reading that right?
I'm over what'd you say, Jay?
I'm asking the Hurricane if I was understanding this. I was scared to do mushrooms until I said fuck it, because what is the revolutionary doing being scared of some shrooms? I feel you.
Dude, exactly. It requires a certain amount of bravery and a warrior mindset. And honestly, I think this is why I have the whole lion thing going on now in this like new picture, because after I had these experiences, I realized like that I had a lot of courage to do what I did, and it definitely got scary at some points, but it ultimately made me stronger after. Mic check. You hear me, Jay?
Mic check. You good, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut
Okay.
out there for a second.
Yeah, my I don't know, something happened with my internet connection or my
Cool.
cell connection for a second. Jesus Christ. These fucking
Stay
people
safe,
need to
bro.
chill the fuck out. Driving like morons.
Some people drive like they lost their fucking goddamn mind.
I tell you, bro. Hey, you gotta get to that Culver's. Anyway, my bad about that. Dude, I'm glad that Hurricane pointed that out, because that's kind of like what I was going through in my head a little bit. Is like, I've done this so many times before, and I know that it's intense. I know it's going to be like trying at some points.
Yeah.
But like, it's something that needs to be done. You have to face that scary shit. You have to be willing to quote unquote stick your head into the abyss, or into the lion's mouth, to go along with the whole lion symbolism again here. It definitely, especially DMT, but I mean mushrooms and any type of like high dose of psychedelics will definitely, it's gonna push you to limits. It's gonna make you, if you want to cross over through the portal, you're gonna have to break a threshold. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to walk that fire, or you're gonna have to jump out the plane and take that dive. There's all these different ways you could put it, but yeah, it's that leap of faith. You're not going to be able to get anywhere if you're not willing to do that tough thing, do that somewhat scary thing, and take that leap, take that jump, and knowing that ultimately, as you pass through the bridge or portal, it's going to benefit you in the end. And you have to endure that fear, or endure that pain, that rush, that fire. Baptized in fire is what this would be called. Forged in fire, baptized in fire. Going through a very trying experience on a psychedelic, whether it's ayahuasca, DMT, all these different things. They're rites of initiation. Hurricane said GTA NPCs driving, lol. For real.
For real, for real.
Okay.
Hey
Hurricane
man, so I
Sandy.
want to bring it back to like so we were talking yesterday and it brought me up to this this trip I had back in the day. I was watching the movie Friday, the second Friday with
Okay.
Roach, and he's like, "Why'd you break my skateboard?" But anyway, there's this part. I was tripping mushrooms. I had taken one of those hero doses. I think it was like 5 grams or something like that.
How much?
It was like 5 grams all at once.
But nice.
And so
Okay.
so I'm getting to the part in the movie where Roach is stuffing the brownie through the damn gate fence thing, and he's sitting there eating it. Well, in my trip, I seen that about 1,000 times, bro. Like I kept looking at the TV. My whole body was vibrating, and it was okay. So it was like I felt like I was going through these constant loops.
Things were like repeating themselves in fractal form.
Yes.
Like this gate and the brownie being pushed through it was like happening thousands of times over everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You looked kind of.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I felt my body vibrating, and then I don't know what made me do it, but I got up and I started drinking like a ton of water, bro. And
oh yeah, more conductive.
The water made my trip even harder, and it was like it was like I dropped into another space and time after that. Like, oh man, it was wild, dude. But I guess my point. Go ahead.
Keep going. No. Keep going. I'll add this point after.
So I guess my point is that I felt my body and my life, like the essence of who I am, has been repeating and looping, and that moment where I drink the water is moment of death and birth. It felt like to me. And so like when you're born, dude, you're not really aware up until like 3 or 4, 5 or 6. And that's how it felt like. So when I finally started coming down, like I felt like I was coming into existence, like I was being born again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Dude, my bad. I'm eating this Kratom chocolate.
You're good, man. Kratom early? This early, bro?
Dude, when we trip, it helps us realize how everything is energy, and that being properly hydrated will make you vibrate higher, and you'll literally feel it. Like you'll be more focused, awake, and your trip will be more intense when you're hydrated properly and you got enough magnesium and all the right minerals in your body and proper nutrition. But like, I feel you. Everything, like you can feel the shift in the consciousness ever so subtly, or maybe not even subtly, intensely, from drinking water like mid-trip, And I liked how you pointed out the vibrating of the body. I was totally feeling that when I was doing the DMT and psychedelics in general.
Bit of Venom says, if you hear popping sounds, you're about to do an out of body. And I was definitely hearing the boop, 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 boop. And it was, dude, it was wild, man.
That sounds similar to the piercing ringing noise, which it's not like your average, like, oh, my ears are ringing. It's like, it's higher pitched than that, and it's
all encompassing.
yeah, exactly. It's like tapping into that primordial ohm or something, and you hear that
Mhm.
ringing, and and again, after I heard that, this happened like twice, almost a third time, but of the two main trips that I had, dude, I heard what sounded like underwater gurgling. Um,
Mm.
like there's some stuff from Spangle that sounds kind of similar, almost like it sounded like a dude's voice being dragged out in slow motion, like that, and like really distorted and weird. But on top of that was this underwater like gurgling, like almost bubbling noise that like it sounded like you were underwater and it was like bubbly and gurgly, and it
Ooh,
was these
like the
aliens.
primordial waters. Ooh,
Yeah, and
man.
these aliens were humming. These aliens were making this humming noise, which sounded like this like gurgling, bubbling. You know, I can't even like imitate it for real. Um, but it was so prevalent and so fucking real that like it was overpowering my sense of hearing in this world. Hence why I had to throw my headphones off. I couldn't even listen to music because I was tripping so hard. I was tapping into that like transcendental noise or noises.
So that's an old, very old. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, I know I didn't have like a quote unquote full on breakthrough, but I still broke through from what I know. I was definitely in other realms. I didn't have like a complete out of body experience. I was in my body, but I wasn't. Like my consciousness was going through my chakras. So like in a sense, I was having an in body experience, for lack of better words. Yo, what are we looking at here? What'd you just pull up?
This
Because
is the
that
infinite
room you
prime.
just had, I've seen that type of shit. It's like a 3D, it's like you're inside a room,
Mhm.
like that Egyptian thing you just showed, but it was like all different sacred geometry inside a room. But
Yeah.
what were you about to show?
This right here, the primordial waters of chaos, and that's what you're in when you're. Uh,
Abzu.
yes. Yep. You literally come into.
Wow.
You literally come into this space right here, and that primordial waters, that bubbling sound, I think is you rising out of uh, your body. Honestly,
Dude, I think you're right.
uh,
Wow. This is fucking great. Very powerful.
you got all these people, all these gods, and then you got the sun right on top and the waters beneath. And so when you're coming out of a out of your body, I I've gotten the rings, the popping, and then that water sound, and that water sound is what I hear right before I really break through when I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
The other day when you said, because I had told you about my trip that I had during the day, out in the sun, and it was like information being casted down.
Yeah.
I felt like we were in the water, like the air is actually water. The air is actually liquid. And so I don't know, my brain just put me in that space of oh, here we go. I'm about to go into dying again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dying sensation where like it's almost like the alarms go off in your ego that you're dying. And
Yeah.
like but like part of you will
It's
quickly right
very
after the
calm.
fact a deeper
Yeah.
level of you will realize, wait, no, I'm, this is what's supposed to happen, and this, I'm not, like, you realize, okay, I'm dying, but I'm not dying. Like, I'm gonna die and then come back, type thing. Like, my identity and myself is dying, but this vessel is not dying, so I don't need to actually worry. But what? Okay, did I miss something? You were talking about the sun and how it was beaming down information, basically, right?
Yes.
And
So this information was telling me that we are in the waters. This,
yes,
the
that's what
air.
you said. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard people before talk about the water in the air. People on LSD and DMT have reported that they can either see or like taste and feel the water that's in the air. And technically there is water in the air, so like, but it's trippy though to really think about it on that level. That's dope as fuck. Primordial waters, yeah.
There was something else I was going to bring up. Fuck.
Yeah, this is perfect. Normally I work in the mornings on Saturdays, but I work a little later now, so had some free time this morning, and
Hell yeah.
glad you went live, dude, because we're saying some things that I think this might be one of the best lives in a while, honestly, with some of the things that you and I are getting at here. There's a good dynamic. Oh, Boaz and Yakin.
Where is it at? Here it is. So while I was tripping during the day, it was like, dude, I don't know how to explain it. It was like code coming down from the light.
Yeah.
And here I am with my antennas connecting to this all-encompassing force that was coming from the sun, the father, and the mother.
Yeah, and that's why the experience is so,
So
alchemical, because you can see
primordial
multiple things
waters
coming together.
The primordial waters are down here in the below, in the Sheol.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're breaking through, I believe that you're coming onto the plane, going into the body and out to the realm. The other side, so to speak.
That's a really interesting way to look at it, and it makes sense because there's multiple layers above and below, and that's what it feels like when you do things like DMT. You tap into that aspect of yourself where you can feel like the realms below and the realms above. It's like you're activating the subtle parts of your energy with like these lower density and these higher density chakras that exist beyond our 7 and our 12 chakra system. So it almost it kind of implies that we're on the lower realms when you put it that way, which I don't mind. I think there's truth to it actually. Like we do these things, we're actually like ascending to like the true middle realm or the true middle earth. You could say that we're below right now. That we're actually like this is like a lesser form of middle earth. And the way you put that is like we're coming out on top, like we're coming out of the surface, we're coming out of the ground, we're coming out of the waters and onto the plane.
How do you spell psilocybin?
P.S. ILY. No, wait.
Silo.
It's PSY. PSY, right?
Oh, PSL.
PSYL.
Silo.
PSYLC.
Cybin.
I don't know exactly.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Just mind. They eat psyllium. Psyllium. Psilocybin is they eat psyllium. So what is... Come on, Josh, you fucking retard. God damn it.
Yo, I like reading these comments. I just hopped on my computer trying to get back to people.
Yeah, I'm removing this one. Okay. You there, bro?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Dude, you ever heard of this like music group or a musician called Merkaba?
I haven't.
You ever heard like any psychedelic dubstep type music?
I've heard a lot of music. Let me look it up here.
I was just because the stuff you're listening to sounds like it.
Yeah, this cyberpunk.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, I like this one. I usually go by the pictures.
That's a good way to do it, bro. I do that same type of stuff with certain things as well. Mic check.
Mic check. Mic check 1, 2.
You can hear me through you. Hold on. This is weird. I'm trying to set up here. Okay, wait. Can you hear me now, right?
Yep.
All right, let me test this. Mic check.
Mic check.
Okay. You can you still hear me right now?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yes, finally. Okay. Man, technology's been trolling me recently or something. I don't know what the hell it is, but like for a while I couldn't get my headphones to connect to my computer and on StreamYard, and I wasn't able to use my mic. Like I had to go in the settings and I kept trying to change it and I had to fiddle around with it more, but like I used to have to for the past couple of weeks like sit at my computer or be right in front of my computer when I'm talking, even if I have wireless headphones on. And that was really fucking annoying because I was trying to walk around my house and like talk to you guys and not carry a laptop. But finally got that to work. So fucking bless up. Here we go.
Yeah. Heavens, yes.
yeah, a lot more free feeling. Hey, yo, do you know? I don't know if we were on a flow of something, but do you know Sovereign? What was his name? Sovereign Soul Mind Unchained or something like that. He's kind of like a southern guy with a little like kind of goatee looking beard and glasses. He was on Ian's stream that night that I did the DMT.
I didn't I was in and out of it, bro.
In and out, okay. That's fine. Yeah, I didn't know.
Unchained Mind?
Yeah, Unchained Mind.
Yeah. Ooh, I like his fucking I kind of like his avatar
dude,
picture.
he's super cool. I was vibing with him a lot, and he said he got inspired by, like, dude, we were on the same wavelength that night. He was inspired by a lot of what I was saying, and he totally like understood what I was saying. And he said it's been a while since he's hopped in, and that, you know, I was tempting him to go out and take a dive into the DMT, and so apparently he's like sitting on some. So he said, I gave him the confidence to want to try it again soon. And so dig this, bro. I was on Pineal Power's stream last night, and I saw him also in the chat, and I just missed him, but he hopped in Pineal Power's chat, and he said, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I took a screenshot because I was like, this is fucking awesome. He was apparently he had just done the DMT vape, and he was dropping comments about it in Pineal's chat. He said, "What up, dog? I'm torching too. Just coming back from a DMT vape. That was cool. No doubt." He said, "I had one attached." Wait. I had one attached at the base of my spine. It was like a neon Minecraft character. Psychic parasites is what he's talking about. He said, I had one psychic. Okay, he said he was seeing psychic parasites, and they had one attached to the base of his spine, and it was like a neon Minecraft character. He said, I smashed it, this parasite, into a million little pieces of light splinters. I feel great now. Going back in. Peace out, y'all. Dude, I really want to get in touch with him and figure out. I want to hear more, because we were vibing like really hard on the like psychedelic stuff, and me explaining my trip stories. Like I could tell he was really fascinated and wanted to hear what I had to say from these DMT experiences. And the fact that he just went in now, like a couple days after me, and he told me I inspired him to go ahead and do it, and like, you know, have the courage to go try it out again. I need to get in touch with that dude. He's super nice too. Like I found him on Z's stream, and then I saw him over on Ian's channel, and I can definitely tell he knows what's up, especially with that thumbnail that he has, for sure.
Yeah.
Super nice guy, and definitely he's definitely awake, you know. Very, very intelligent, understands a lot of truth. But yeah, anyway, that was just another little. I was like, yo, this is like no mistake that I happened to be awake to see this. You know, normally I wouldn't catch Pineal streams because he does them so late at night. But
hey, bro, can
when
you
I hopped in there, yeah, I'll hold it down for sure. All right, cool. Going to the YouTube chat here. Make sure I stay in touch with you guys. I don't want to be getting away from the chat. It's important I see a lot of people that just ignore the chat, and it's like, I mean, come on now. We can't forget about the people that are with us in the chat, you know, supporting us, building with us. How is my audio? Oh, you guys are great. 1 2 1 2. It's Mercury retrograde right now until January 18th, and there's a 2-week shadow period after January 18th. Yeah, I believe it. I'm seeing people really going through it recently.
Okay, coming out now.
I don't know if Jay's talking to us or he's on the phone still. Mercury represents communication. Oh, yeah, he's on the phone, isn't he? We can hear you, Jay.
All right.
Mercury represents communication and technology, aside from other things, so miscommunication, all sorts of mishaps when it comes to technology. Mercury, lucid, clockwise.
Right.
Basically does the moonwalk. Oh my god.
All right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's important to understand this astrology knowledge. It really is. It's an
Oh
integral
man.
part to our reality.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry, dude. I gotta cut it short. My
That's fine.
buddy's in life support, and I gotta go see him before he fucking dies. So
Yeah.
his mom's taking him off of life support tonight. So I got a nice 2-hour drive ahead of me, and some sad shit coming on. So much love,
All right,
dude.
man. Thanks for everything. No worries, because I had to get going here soon anyway, so that works.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man. Thanks for everybody for coming through. Much love to everybody, man. Straight up. I'll be waiting to see you guys on the next one.
Peace, Jay. Take care.
Much love, bro.